You're on Driven Gears Automotive. Welcome back to another installment of my 2023 Subaru Impreza hatchback. I'm telling you guys 5 things I love about my 2023 Subaru hatchback. Anyways, let's get started. Also, don't forget to click that like and subscribe button if you guys are new for more funny videos with my new 2023 Subaru Impreza with new adventures coming ahead. So let's get started with the top 5 things I love about my Subaru hatchback. Well, first one is being simplicity. Doing with the base model, you get everything simplistic, including a normal key. So this comes with a normal key. You don't get the push button start in this car. Also with the simplicity, you also get with the hatchback, with being the base model, well, you don't get like these electronic seat controls, all that stuff. You get everything manual. So if you want to kind of adjust your seat back and forth, there's a handle below you as you sit. You pull that back, and then you can just adjust it, move it back and forth depending on your height. So currently I'm 5'7", so I have the good clearance between me and the steering wheel, depending on how far back it is. Also, this doesn't come with heated seats and all that stuff. These are just normal cloth seats. X mode does not come on the base model. But everything's so simplistic. It even has the electronic handbrake, which is really cool because I'm not a big fan of electronic parking brakes because, again, I'm not a fan of these because of the electronic stuff, because once, modules to the electronic parking brakes, if the modules fail and all of a sudden that clicks on, well, your car's going to automatically stop and you're going to get into big trouble with that. So that's why I don't like electronic parking brakes. I usually just like that crank. If you're in emergencies, you want to pull and stop it, yes, that will come in handy. You just push that button and crank it up. Because not a lot of people know how to use those anymore. Those are manual. Again, not the part with the push button start, just comes with a normal key. And then the second thing I do love about the car is the Apple CarPlay. So this comes with Apple CarPlay if you want to charge your phone, listen to music. With the touch screen being 6.5 inches, you get the Apple CarPlay. If you want to listen to music, just download their app. Then you can get access to the Apple CarPlay here in this vehicle. The other thing I do love about the vehicle is its configuration of the engine. Well, let me show you. Here, in this configuration of this 2023 Subaru Impreza hatchback, this comes standard with a 2-liter FB20 Boxer 4 engine that comes standard with the CVT automatic transmission right here. So this little configuration setup Boxer engine, and here's where the CVT transmission starts. Well, it's not the average CVT transmission that these newer Subarus have. It just comes with the actual automatic transmission with the manual shift override. It's not what the Wilderness has or the other Outbacks. It usually just has the normal automatic transmissions. That's what comes with everything. But the configuration in here, this only has 112 miles on this engine right now. I do love how it handles. It's also, here's what I love about the ride quality. The ride quality is so crisp. It's so quiet. If you drive it, it's like you're not even feeling anything. I mean, except you're only feeling the road, but I love just how quiet it is. It's so insulated. It's just, yeah, I mean, you don't feel anything. You just feel how quiet it is. It's like you're kind of riding on a cloud with these Bridgestone tires. And yeah, the Bridgestone tires do pick up a lot of crevices in the road, but the ride quality from this engine and the insulation and sound of the interior makes it so silent that you're just riding on a cloud, which is I love about this vehicle. It's just like I love it so silent. I don't really mind being how loud it is. I just kind of more the guy that just wants kind of quiet, kind of enjoy something. I just love how quiet these engines make, and the sound insulation in here is so good. It's like, again, you're riding on a cloud pretty much. But I do love everything about the Subaru Impreza. And then I think this is one, two, yeah. I don't know, I kind of lost count of how many things I love about this vehicle. The next thing I do love about the vehicle is the eyesight cameras. So the eyesight, so since Subaru has came out with the eyesight cameras back in about 9 years ago, they've actually made improvements with these eyesight cameras. You have lane departure settings, you have collision control, you have cruise control, you have lane departure settings and all that stuff. And those lane departures, these cameras tend to scan the road and see if there's like obstacles. It gives you alerts that's saying, hey, there's something in the road that you must obey by. But yeah, I mean, it gives you alert and all that good stuff. I mean, I do love the eyesight cameras that Subaru has equipped. I'm not sure if other vehicles like Toyota or other vehicles do have that stuff. But Subaru is, when it comes to Subaru, it's the safety. And I think that's a good addition with the eyesight cameras for Subaru. I know they made a lot of improvements. They changed the housing of the eyesight cameras to like a flat, so it can like have better angle to scan the entire road. And the last thing I do love about the vehicle is just, I mean, you don't need all that space for like getting a big SUV. I love how subcompact this is, being a subcompact crossover. It's basically just the Subaru Crosstrek, but lower. And yes, you also do have, again, you have that 60-40 split. Also, yeah, I mean, this is a good car to, tailgate, because you have a special light in the background. Just adjust this. Yeah, so if you want to tailgate, you do have a light here. You can just press that on. There you go. And just flip that little white lever in there. If you want to tailgate, have a drink or something, or you're camping, this actually makes a really fun camping car. Yeah, because you have a 60-40 split. Set this down. You can put your like a sleeping bag and all that good stuff. Room on the suitcases side. I mean, you get what you get. 60-40 split. You can just pull the seats back. Highly recommend taking these vehicles to the mountains or something like that, going camping. I mean, these are not off-roading vehicles. It's just too low to the ground. But if you want to cruise down the mountain and up the mountain or down the mountain, yeah, I mean, take a vehicle like this and, have a really good adventure. That's what I do love about these Subarus, is because of the adventures that I can have with these things, without worrying about anything else, And yes, I mean, this is a very this is actually a reasonable cost vehicle. I got this for a lease, actually. The original price, if you want to get it new, I think it's about $22,000 if you want to get it as a new car. But this is a lease, which I'm paying for that car being only like $275 a month for this vehicle, which I have auto deposit to deposit and kind of just pay for the vehicle every month. So around the third week of the month, I start my first payment on this car, and then all the good stuff. But yeah. And she's been holding up so good. 112 miles on this car. I can't wait for more adventures once I'm not really busy for work and all that stuff. One day I want to take this out to the mountains. Let me not go off-roading again. It's too low to the ground, which also kind of figure out how it's not going to scrape going down the driveway. So I need to kind of trying to see if I can try to do something so it doesn't scrape going down the driveway. Can I go back? Can you go like half a mile an hour, but you can just hear thud, and it's just like, oh, kind of think I can really scrape the underneath it. So I kind of have to be more careful about that, because it's sitting so low to the ground. It's basically, it's a Crosstrek, but it's so low to the ground where it scrapes the bottom. So something you have to be very careful about that. If you get a hatchback with a drive-through, that kind of does go slant down. So something to be mindful about that. You're gonna have to deal with scraping, but kind of just go very, very slow. But again, It is what it is. But I do love this car so much. But yeah, if you guys want to see brand new videos about my Subaru Impreza, let me know in the comments down below, and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and we'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.